We are the terrific
10 volleyball
team,
and you're watching
the Varsity Roundtable.
Nailed it!
From the top of the 222 building on College Avenue in downtown Appleton, it's Varsity Roundtable with Ricardo Arguello. Featuring Brett Christopherson and Rosie. Tonight on The Big Show, members of the four-time WIAA state champion Kaukauna wrestling team. Ladies and gentlemen, Ricardo Arguello.
All right. Well, hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Varsity Roundtable, a weekly look at high school sports in the Fox Valley area and the only live online high school sports talk show in the state. I'm Ricardo Arguello, part of the USA Today Network Wisconsin digital live stream team. We are here in amazing high definition on the 10th floor of the 222 building, the mothership, downtown Appleton. That's the site of the Post Crescent. And this week, our focus, no, we're not going to spring. We're shifting just a little bit back into the winter season again because we're proud to have on the four-time WIAA Division I state champ Kaukauna wrestling team. And I know it might seem like, well, I've seen these guys before. It looks very familiar. That's because these guys were on earlier in the year. We're going to get to talk to them a little bit about the state championship run that they've had. And then we're going to have three more wrestlers join us at the break. So be prepared for that. So it's going to be a great show. We're talking to six wrestlers overall. I want to let everyone know that we're live and interactive. So if you have a tablet, if you have a phone, watching this on your desktop, log in. You should see a chat application. If you move the mouse or your finger over the screen, it should pop up. Give yourself a name. We got Brett Christopherson over there behind the computer. He'll get those questions over to us right away. And don't forget about Jim Rosandick holding it down on the production end as well. And Rosie, can you take it to the crowd a little bit? We have a nice sizable crowd. The entire team here, I think. Some parents as well. Look how excited they are. Wake up over there. But yeah, they're all on board here. They're going to maybe be asking some questions as well because it's an interactive show. Just raise your hand. If you're in the camera's angle, we'll get you on the angle. You can ask any questions you want of your guys here. And let's get to introduce them. And they've been here before, but we're going to get to talk to them about that, again, that championship run. We have Lucas Peters. Say hi to everyone, Lucas. There we go. Liam Crook, Nick Jenkins. And gentlemen, thank you so much for being on the big show. I want to congratulate you. Four-time state champs. I mean, that's, I don't want to say that that's incredible to say because you guys are actually living in the moment in that way, but has it even hit you, Lucas, for you, for example, for your whole, you don't know anything but being a champion, don't you, all right?
Yeah, it's a little bit surreal when you go back and look at it. In the moment, it was a little bit emotional, ending your career with a big exclamation point, being able to be undefeated in duels. But like I said, I think I talked about this when we were here last time. That's the standard we set for ourselves. So, you don't want to act too surprised because it's where you were looking for. But you're thankful for the opportunity to be there and the opportunity to compete like that.
Okay, so now, Lucas, right there by your feet, we should see, right? There we go. That is the fourth, right? That's the fourth state. That's this year's state championship team wrestling title. Liam, when you look at that, the hardware there, and that's the second. I think that's the second one you've been a part of. What goes through your mind knowing that your trophy case is getting very, very cluttered with a lot of gold, isn't it?
It just kind of, I just gotta get two more.
There you go.
That's kind of what it is. I think when you ask PD, like when did it hit him? I think it hit me around before even my match. I think it was our 150-pounder Colin DeGroot's match, where it was kind of, he won that match, and I was like, all right, all the pieces are there. Just gotta put them together. So
there you go, Liam. What are you doing in that picture there? That's at the field house.
I don't.
You're almost like, man, are we winning this again? No problem, no sweat. That's what it looks like to me, man. What's going through your mind right there?
Well, I think I was really tired. I don't really remember hitting that. I'm gonna be in that like dramatic of fashion. I think I was kind of like trying to pump up the crowd, just going,
Yeah.
This is it. You know, we're not going home with second.
Yeah. And what about for you, Nick? What was that like? Just being in the moment there and coming home as a state champ.
Well, I mean, it was amazing. Like, it feels different than anything you can really. It doesn't feel how you expect it to because you build everything in that season going towards it. Like every day, you put in a little bit of effort, and it's one of the best feelings that you can have.
What'd you guys do to celebrate? You know, where'd you guys go afterwards? Let me know. I mean, what do you guys do?
Culver's.
Oh, Culver's. Okay.
Mountain Dew.
That's our team spot, Culver's.
Okay. I want to let you guys know something. I was also covering WIAA Fremont. Very, very good Division III team there as well. You know where their coach was taking them? And the players were upset a little bit. Quick Trip. No, he said, listen, now listen, and I remember one of the players saying Quick Trip, and he said they have a very, and they're not a sponsor. He said, well, they got very affordable food at great prices. So I'm like, you guys are going to Culver's, and they're going to Quick Trip. Just saying. Difference between the programs a little bit there. I love you, WIAA Fremont. I just gotta give you the business there a little bit. But so Culver's. What do you usually get at Culver's, Liam?
I like
Kids meal.
No. I wish that was all.
You get the free ice cream with the kids meal.
I wish that was all.
Okay.
I like to get a concrete mixer with chicken sandwich basket.
Oh, okay.
You know, you get the fries, you get the medium drink.
Okay.
If I'm feeling myself, I'll get the large. But,
okay. All right. How about for you, Nick and Lucas?
I get the chicken tender basket and a concrete mixer with the Butterfingers and the brownie pieces.
Ah, nice.
Real good.
Usually I'm a chicken basket guy.
Okay.
But at Team State, I was feeling the burger, so I got the casual butter burger.
Okay.
And you always Culver's is one of my go-to favorite places because they carry Coke products now.
Aha.
And I'm a Coca-Cola guy, so I was happy that it's Coke products now. So you got to get a large Coke.
Also, I just want to say we might be, number one in wrestling, but I think we have the best music taste in the state.
Okay, so yeah.
Sydney Lauper we had going. We had Pitbull.
Okay. You mean in the bus back?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We had a variety. Beastie Boys, 50 Cent.
We were all over the place.
Wow, that's good. That's the championship music that you need to get to be a 4-time state champ. Just letting you know. You guys are going through all the decades there, too, on that as well. By the way, crowd, let me know if you have a question for the guys. Just raise your hand, okay? Here with Kaukauna wrestlers, Lucas Peters, Liam Crook, Nick Jenkins. That championship match with Rapids, did it mean a little bit more? I know I asked you this, Lucas and Liam, about that, because they've been seen for a long time as kind of the gold standard a little bit, historically. But Wisconsin Rapids, what can you tell me about that? What was that match like? Listen, I don't want to say who told me this, but there were some people before, not from Kaukauna, but some people saying, I think that Kaukauna's a little vulnerable this year. That maybe I'm just telling you, this is what they were telling me, that maybe Rapids, this might be the time that Rapids and who was your the state semifinal match that you guys? Menominee. That maybe this is the year that maybe you guys, the king falls off his throne. What? Was there ever really any doubt, even against Wisconsin Rapids, Lucas?
I mean, anyone can lose a wrestling match,
right.
So there's always the chance that you get beat. But we prepare for every scenario. Coach Mychek does a great job at that. And just to be honest, I'll say it in the most humble way possible. They say that every 4 years I've been here.
Yeah.
They usually say, "Oh, this is the year that they're gonna come off the throne." That's great. Everyone loves competition.
Yeah.
And people like it when they're coming at you. So I didn't mind it that much. You kind of push it to the wayside and just focus on getting the job done.
Great pick there, Rosie. Can you throw that pick up one more time, my friend, if you could? This is I want to say, was this during the championship match? I can't remember.
Yeah, this was my last match. So.
Yeah. So what's going through your head? Your high school career kind of being over.
Yeah, it was all kind of hitting me at once. My mom was right there. She's in the crowd. She was kind of getting a little teary-eyed.
Yeah. And
I was pointing to my dad. He was up at the top. So,
okay.
Just kind of giving thanks to the people that gave me everything. So I just tried to give them a little bit back.
So your mom was there, but your dad was way up top. Why is your dad way up top?
My mom leads the student section.
Okay.
But they're all they're like student section because they're all adults.
Yeah.
But
the older student section.
She gets the crowd going. She got the crowd going. That's a big factor in our success is the crowd environment. So next year when I'm gone and my mom will be gone, different parent will take over that student section.
Gotcha.
So.
Okay. Yeah. Liam, if you want to talk about that as well with Rapids and kind of thinking maybe you guys had a chink in the armor, maybe a little bit. Didn't prove to be true though.
I've said this a lot before. We haven't ever really rebuilt. I think we've always just reloaded.
Okay.
You know, we've always got our JV guys coming up that are ready to prove that their job is just as meaningful as ours has been for the past how many months. And I was hearing it a little bit during even our team sectional match against Bayport.
Right.
You know, it started getting a little closer, but we always find light at the end of the tunnel, and I think a lot of teams aren't able to go to that distance. You know?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Nick, is it for you, and you're a younger wrestler? Is this, along with Liam, there is this where expectations, you guys always seem to rise to meet those kind of expectations? You guys know what it takes to win, but then it's about getting to that point and actually doing it, right?
Yeah, on that duel, I feel like everyone really stepped up to the plate. You know, it might not have been all winning matches, but guys not giving up bonus points to the other team.
Yeah.
Guys winning big matches. I remember Nehemiah specifically did that before my match. Guys getting pins. You know, everyone just met their expectations, and that's why we came out with a W.
How about your boy DeGroot right here, right?
He
He came up with some big matches. By the way, he's a soon-to-be media darling, right? You're really comfortable doing interviews with me, weren't you? Oh, yeah. Yeah. You watch that video. We'll have them on very shortly, though. 3 more Kaukauna wrestlers. Brett, did you have anything from online?
I don't. There's an audience watching, but it's really quiet. Maybe it's because everybody's here tonight.
I think everybody with a question is here. Well, let me know when we do have something, but a lot of wrestlers return, right? Rosie, can you show the crowd? A lot of these guys are coming back next year. Is it crazy to say 5 Pete? Well, I can say it. I'm just the reporter, but 5 Pete. Nick. 5
No,
Pete.
I don't think it's crazy. I think last year that people were way more hesitant to say that we were going to do it again with the younger team returning, and I think that we're going to have a lot of those guys coming back, so why can't we do it?
Yeah. Liam?
No, I don't think it's crazy. You know, like Petey said, everyone loses a wrestling match, so I think it's just as attainable as it was this year, as it was last year, the year before that.
Okay, now Lucas, put on your journalist hat here.
All right.
Okay, you're looking at your boys out here, and both Liam and Nick as well. Can you assess what they have coming back as an unbiased observer, as a journalist? Come on, I'm putting you on the spot here. What do you think?
Completely unbiased, because I'm no longer a Kaukauna wrestler.
Yes.
These guys are ready to go.
Okay.
Like, everybody I see, from the backups to the first-year wrestlers, whatever it is, to the starters, they're going at it at practice every day. Like they know they know their role, they know their job, they know what they have to do to execute. And I think Nick said it before. That finals match on Saturday, everybody really executed their job. The guys that were just going out there and wrestling a state champion like Perry Bear, and he holds them to a tech fall and took him to the edge, and starting to get him a little annoyed, and that crowd wasn't really riding with him, and our crowd was feeling it. Colin DeGroot riding the wave of that crowd and getting the big takedowns like he did in the semis and in the finals. Like, everyone doing their job. Like Nick said, whether it's winning or not losing.
Yes.
These guys are ready to do it. So I got all the faith in the world that my teammates are going to go out there and do it next year.
Yeah, a few more questions with this trio of wrestlers here: Lucas Peters, Liam Crook, Nick Jenkins. If you have any questions, log into that live chat here with Kaukauna, 4-time wrestling champs in D1. You see the trophy right there. You know the championship gold. Brett, you're gonna. Oh, we do have a question from online, guys. Okay, where are we going around the world, Brett? Where's this from?
We're going with Christina Crook, and it's for Liam.
Who's that?
Not a wrestling question, but a hair question. When will you cut your hair?
First off, do you need to cut your hair?
No, I think I proved a pretty big point. A lot of wrestlers, a lot of state champs that you see, they got really short hair.
Yeah.
And I like my hair a little long.
Okay.
You know, so
it doesn't affect the match in any way, does it? I mean,
sometimes it does.
Oh, it does. Okay.
Well, I'm not that type of kid who's gotta like.
Yeah, okay.
You know, but like sometimes it gets in my face. Sometimes sweat comes down. But
gotcha.
I don't think I'll ever get a cut, Mom.
Well, that's a good segue into Liam, because I wanted to talk about your individual title, if you may. Can you talk about that? That was a great moment for you. I think at the time that got you to be 39-0, if I remember right. So what can you tell me about that match and finishing out on top?
Yeah, I mean, Caleb Denny's a great athlete,
Yes.
great wrestler. He was.
That was a matchup of two undefeated guys,
Yeah.
if I remember right too.
He proved to be a great athlete first period when we were both on the feet, and I knew that if I got on top, I wasn't gonna let go.
Yeah.
Which I didn't, and I just remember in the third period when he cut me, we do this drill during our stance of motion where it's short time, you're up by however many points, you just gotta circle, you just gotta move, and I just went into that mode, and time ran out, and I won.
Yeah.
A
few weeks ago, we had a championship edition of the WIAA wrestling. Liam wasn't here. We had, I think, our 4 other ones, though. But Liam, that's why, because I kind of knew you guys would be back here doing the championship edition with the team as well. Now, Lucas, you came up a little bit short in your. Can you maybe reflect a little bit on that? I know you were going against a great wrestler. Let's just get that out of the way. But your thoughts on that as well?
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's about. I don't get in this sport because I want it to be easy. Like I wanted the best competition. And went out there and he was the better wrestler that day, and he got me. But it honestly, that loss really kind of made me reflect on my whole career a little more. That was the end of my individual career, though we had the 3 matches at Team State. But that was kind of the end of a chapter, and able to look back, and there's pictures. If you've ever been in the Kaukauna wrestling room, there's state champion plaques, and I am fortunate enough to have one up there. I got one done my junior year, but Coach Machek tells stories about the guys up there, and I realized that all the stories aren't told about the medals that they win, but the impact that they left. So I just I don't even want to be remembered for the medal I won or the medals I won. I want to be remembered for the impact that I left on people. So I just hope I lived a good high school career and high school life that left a good impact on the younger generation and the my teammates around me and the people around me. And the loss at state really led me to focus on that and realize that not all wins are a gold medal.
Right.
And if I'm going to live my life upset now because next few months upset because I didn't win a gold medal, like what kind of standard am I setting for myself and my teammates around me?
Good.
So just being fortunate enough and thankful for that, even that opportunity. I think it's only 42 wrestlers end their season the way they wanted to. 14 in 3 different weight classes.
Right.
So to be able to have one in the past and be able to have that opportunity again, that's something special in itself. So I'm thankful for that opportunity.
Very well said. Now, I would be remiss if I did not mention, third guy in the finals. Where is he? Is Andy here?
Andrew.
There, yes. Now, am I saying, is
Pizza.
it Di Piazza?
No, it's the pizza.
The pizza?
The pizza.
Oh, no, it's Di Piazza, right? Yeah, okay. Congratulations to Andy. We got it on him there. Andy, come on, wave, man. Come on. People love you out there. Yeah, it was at 106, right, that he finished state runner-up. So congratulations to you on that. Listen, before we go to our halftime break, unless we have a question here, I just had one more question. Listen, I want to know Coach Machek. We talked about him when you guys were here a few months ago, but I wanted to know what's he like before a state championship match like what you had against Rapids. Can you tell me what's he like? Is he nervous? Is he pacing? What's he like when he talks to you before the match? Give me a little bit. I want to know the mental game there with Coach Machek. And we'll just go down the line here, Lucas, if you want to go.
I mean, I wish he was here.
Yeah.
So he could pick his brain himself, but he's a ghost, so maybe he's not here tonight.
Yeah.
I guess I'll really never know what he's truly thinking, but he's calm. He's stoic. He understands the task at hand, and he doesn't show any fear ever. I'm sure he feels fear because everyone does. Don't be mad at me for saying that. But he's calm and he understands the moment. That rubs off on all of us. So we're calm going out there, and it leaves no doubt. He tells us that the hay's in the barn. He says it all the time. The hay's in the barn. The hay's in the barn. Now it's just going out there and harvesting it. Like it's that's all it is. It's just going out there and executing what we know we can do. And he says one thing: you're not going to be asked to do something you haven't already done.
Right.
So it's just going out there and continuing to do what we did all year, and that's just what he reiterates through that whole pre-match speech.
Liam and Nick, when you have a coach that's that confident and has done this before too, let's get that out of the way. The man's been in many championship matches. How much does that help you guys also, I guess, calm you, I guess, in a way, because he's done through that. You're with a coach who is one of the very best in the state in that way.
It kind of puts me at ease a little more because when you've got a vet who can show you the way, like having teammates like that, it kind of, and they tell you like this is what's supposed to happen. This is, this isn't anything new. It kind of puts your mind at ease, and you can really focus on what you have to do and not the surroundings.
Okay, Nick.
Something that I noticed is when you get into those big situations is that he doesn't really change his behavior too much, or he always stays, like Petey said, calm and collected, and that helps me stay calm and collected before a big match like that. He's doing all the same things that he usually does, the usual traditions and everything that we normally do, and he doesn't change it, and it just feels like a normal thing to go out there. A little higher stakes, but in front of that crowd.
Okay. All right, good stuff. Last call, because we're going to go to our halftime. You guys, none of you guys have questions for the three guys? These three guys specifically? No? Okay. All right. We got to pay the bills, guys. So I want to thank you all for coming on the show again. Your second appearance, Lucas Peters, Liam Crook, Nick Jenkins. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Congratulations on the hardware here, and best of luck in the future. All right. Brett will be back.
Let's squeeze this in.
Okay, now we're squeezing the question. What do you
Erica Peters wants to know for Petey.
It's my mom.
Okay.
Can you share a little of the history with Rapids? Is it true Maciek's first win in the finals against them in his 30 years of coaching?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's true. That's the first time he's ever beaten Rapids, and like I said, he was calm and stoic and understands the situation. That I don't think many people in the room knew that, and he kept that to himself. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say he knew that too.
Okay.
He understands the situation, like I said. So for him to stay calm and stoic in that scenario, with pressure like that and a prime opportunity to be able to beat Rapids, like I know he wants to. He wants to win everything. So
yeah,
that just shows how successful a coach he is. And one of you guys, or you said he's best coach in the state.
Yeah.
He was National Coach of the Year, so that means
Right.
he's the best coach in the country.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he'd probably be up for another nomination for that this year, with being able to lose guys like we did and be able to reload and go back and do it again. So I would nominate him again. But I think that just leads to how calm and collective he is in pressure situations.
Well, Liam and Nick, does he ever show emotion? Like,
Yeah, he does. Like I remember, P was watching the matches obviously, but I was warming up, and I just see him and one of our other coaches. They're crunching the numbers,
Right.
And I can kind of hear him through my noise canceling headphones, going, so if we get this, and then I just hear him clap and go, all right, let's go to work. And then he went back out and it was like he just put on a face that said, I've been here.
Yeah.
But yeah, he definitely yells and he shows some emotion.
Yeah, same thing, Nick?
Yeah, like he shows emotion, but all in a good way. For me, that I notice is like it's all loud, get into it, and it's all like very inspiring. Like before your match, and you want to go out there and do something big. That's what I'm thinking to myself, and he makes you think that way.
All right, great stuff again here with Kaukauna Wrestlers. Lucas Peters, Liam Crook, Nick Jenkins. Thank you guys again. We will hopefully see you again soon. Brett, we got to pay the bills, right? So we'll be back with the second half of the Varsity Roundtable after these messages.
Every day is a new chance to do the right thing. At Cellcom, doing the right thing means keeping you at the center of all that we do. It's technology with a heartbeat.
Promote your business, unite your team, or just get your name out there with help from the professionals at Cooney's Embroidery and Sportswear. Family owned and operated for over 20 years, we have the skills and experience to customize your apparel and spread the word about your business or organization. We can put your logo, name, or anything else you want on any article of clothing. From embroidery and screen printing to graphic design and heat press services, we've got you covered. Call today.
And now, back to Varsity Roundtable.
All right, back here at the Varsity Roundtable. Weekly look at high school sports in the Fox Valley area. Second half of our show here with the 4-time state champion Kaukauna wrestling team. And we have 3 new team members here to talk to. All of them are underclassmen. All will be back next year, right, to defend that 4-time state championship. We have with us Colin DeGroot. Colin, say hi to everyone.
Hi.
There we go. Next to him, Peyton Lee. Peyton.
Hello.
There we go. And Nehemiah Lendaby. Here we go. Gentlemen, thank you for being on the show. I want to get to know you a little bit. So what we're going to do is, can you kind of give me the weight or weights that you kind of wrestled in this year and how you got into wrestling, all right? And if you could give me your year that you're in school. So we'll start here with Colin. You got all that?
Yeah, I'm a sophomore. I wrestled 150 this year. And I don't know. I got into wrestling a while back.
Okay.
Just kind of stuck with it.
Okay. There you go. Peyton, we know you had no choice in the matter.
Yeah.
We know you had to wrestle, but what weights do you wrestle at, and what you're a junior, right?
Yep. Junior, I wrestled at 157 and got through it through my brothers and my dad. It's a family sport through all my brothers, and learned it young, kept going with it. I loved it since.
Okay. All right. Nehemiah?
I'm a sophomore currently this year. I was the 285 of this season. And how I got into wrestling was just from my grandfather and my father and being great wrestlers through different states.
Okay. All right. Good stuff. Again, if you have any questions online, log in. These guys, look at them. They can't wait to answer these questions. Am I right, Colin? Look at him. He's all amped up. And again, from the crowd, too, if you have any questions, we're interactive there as well. So what I want to ask, let's start with Colin. Because I talked to you, I think it was after the Friday night. You had some big matches there. In the quarterfinal and the semifinal. What was that like for you wrestling in that kind of environment? The field house is crazy. And then coming up big, you had some big matches there. Looking back at it now, how did you think you performed?
I think it went well. A lot of pressure, but I work well under pressure. So.
Oh, you do? Okay. Yeah. All right. And, when you're on the mat and you hear everybody kind of chanting your name, too, I think that happened a few times. What's that like as well, hearing people really rally behind you?
I kind of just zone everything out. Don't really hear anything, but yeah.
Okay, all right. Man of a few words there is Colin DeGroot. Peyton, I got to know more about you and your brothers. How much did they mentor you, or did they just take turns whipping up on you when you're a little kid?
Both.
Both, okay.
Yeah, they've been helping me ever since I was young. Ever since I was like 2 years old, They've been slowly just working with me, definitely whooping on me a lot.
Yeah.
Still today.
Okay.
He's still one of my Robert's still one of my coaches today.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great picture of you there, at Team State. But yeah, so Robert still instructs you a little bit.
Yeah. But yeah, they still help me out today as they helped me out back when I first started, and they helped me out every single step of the way.
Okay, good stuff. And for Nehemiah, now you wrestle at heavyweight, but hope you don't take offense to this. You don't seem like a heavyweight weight-wise. So what's it like wrestling? I've seen some of those guys. To me, they look like grizzly bears sometimes, And what's it like wrestling those big dudes? So I'm going to say probably outweigh you by a little bit, but what's that like? Is it a mental game? Is it about leverage? How do you succeed on the mat?
Well, it's kind of both, because you gotta they're bigger than you, probably 20, 30 pounds heavier, and you gotta find a way to move a big body like that and still score on them and make the match exciting. And being a low weight like I am, usually at 220, but you gotta move around, you gotta snap them down, be more aggressive, because those big guys don't got big endurance. So if you attack sooner, be more aggressive, it's going to work, and it's going to get them tired. And that's usually how I win most of my matches.
Okay. Let's keep it on Nehemiah. We're going to work our way back. But what was that experience like, the state experience, winning the state championship? What's going through your mind when you see the championship there, Nehemiah?
Oh, seeing that championship, it just means that, we still got to put another one up on the wall. And, putting in more work next year is going to be exciting, because we're going to get another one of those. And just the state environment's really good. You hear the crowd chant your name. When you win, your hand gets raised. You're looking at your crowd trying to hype them up. and it kind of encourages the next guy to do even better.
Yeah, same thing for you, Peyton, and Colin. For Peyton, you grew up seeing that, right? You probably saw a lot of goal with your older brothers. Can you tell me what that means to you, seeing a fourth state title there, and what the third one that you've been in on the varsity?
I mean, that title right there means everything. That means everything to me, and I believe that means everything to the team as well. I mean, if it wasn't for all of us here, this wouldn't be possible. So being able to capture that and being able to have that is beautiful, to say the least.
Yeah. And Colin, how much does that drive you for next year to maybe get a few more of those, right? What's that like, knowing that you have those, but now it's on to the next one?
Yeah, it makes me want more. Want more. Got 2 more to come, hopefully, and just gotta keep grinding at practice.
Yeah, short and succinct. I like that from Colin. Brett, do we have something from online? What do you got with us?
Back to Facebook. Everything's on Facebook right now.
Okay.
Erica Peters now for Peyton Lee. Do you know how many times you have executed and pinned with a cross-face cradle? And can you show us on Ricardo, please?
No.
This year, like all years, because this year hasn't really been that many.
What would you say, is that your favorite move?
On top, that's my favorite move,
okay,
yeah.
Okay.
For sure. Love that crossface.
Okay.
Very successful freshman year, sophomore year, I thought that was somehow successful with. But this year it's been a lot more on the feet and just try my best to hold them down.
Okay, great question from online. Brett, did you say you had something else? They're so quiet out there, a lot of people watching, but I think is she over there? Is she doing some more questions over there? Is that what she's doing over there in the back? You have a question? Oh, I thought you didn't. Okay, sorry, thought you had one there. Yeah, let's if we can just talk about the team chemistry, because you guys are underclassmen, right? What can you tell me about how everyone gets along? To me, I've watched you guys for the last couple years, and it seems like there's a lot of there's a lot of respect between the classes, right? You guys are all out there busting your butt and working hard. How would you describe the chemistry? Is it good? We'll start with Colin and go on down. Pretty good, Colin, or is there some people that kind of rub you the wrong way? Just let me know. I mean, this is a time to say it.
No, I think it's pretty good. We're all friends in the end. Okay. Yeah, that's about it.
Okay. Now, Peyton. Now, Peyton. You got beat up on by your brothers, but is that the case here? Everybody kind of takes that in stride, right? There's no animosity here.
No.
Oh, is there? Okay.
No.
Okay.
We all love each other. I mean,
okay.
me and my practice partner, we go over it right over there.
Oh, you do?
Liam, yeah, we go toe to toe. He beats me up a good bit.
Yeah,
I'll admit it.
It never ends for you.
I'll admit it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but as a team, we all love each other,
Yeah.
and we're all brothers at the end of the day.
Okay. All right. How about for you, Nehemiah?
Well, the team chemistry is great around here. Everyone gets treated right. If you're feeling down and you want to get picked back up, these guys are gonna definitely pick you back up. They're gonna push you until you're just like down, but then they're gonna rise you back up, saying, "Hey, man, you got next match. Don't worry about it, man. You still got it."
Right.
You always gotta keep going on with that. So it's great as a team.
Okay. All right. Brett, did you have something from online? What do you got?
Erica's saving us tonight with the chat.
Okay.
This is for Nehemiah. Where do you find that fire in those matches to just keep after it and finishing with some big exclamation points?
There you go.
Well, usually you find the fire, before pre-matchers. Like, you usually see what match, like who's before you. Say, like, it is Coach Tomchek or Sam Weber. Gotta mention those guys. But say, like, they do a big win, the crowd's hyped up. They're like, oh, man, now it's the heavyweight. Let's see if this is gonna be a slow match or a good match,
Yeah.
So I like giving them a crowd, giving the crowd the excitement, the hype that they need as in the heavyweight division.
Yeah. All right. Good stuff. And you did.
We got another one for is DeGroot, right? Is that how you say the last name?
Yeah.
DeGroot.
DeGroot.
Favorite post weigh-in meal, and are you a chicken tender or butter burger when you go to Culver's?
I'm a butter burger at Culver's. Yeah. And my favorite post weigh-in meal, probably some crackers and a Pedialyte, and maybe a banana too.
Okay. All right. Keeping it nice and simple.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you get at Culver's when you guys went over there?
Same thing.
Oh, okay.
double butter burger with bacon,
Okay.
some fries, and a drink.
There you
100%.
go. All right, Nehemiah.
Ooh.
Yeah, he has to think a little bit. He has to go
Okay.
down the line a little bit.
So the basic was, the bacon deluxe butter burger with a large chocolate ice cream with cookie dough, brownie pieces, and M&Ms with a drink on the side with fries. Yeah, that was the best meal.
That's what he's
ever.
got to do, though. He's like 30 pounds,
lot of
less
calories
than
there,
some
huh?
of these other guys. Oh, and can we switch it over? We got Liam. Liam has a question for his guys. What you got?
How do you guys, because obviously wrestling takes a big part of your life, but how do you guys spend your free time? Like, are you making YouTube videos? Like, how do you spend your free time?
Yeah, YouTube videos.
Yeah, that might be a little targeted.
Are you guys YouTube video? You guys listen to music? You swatting away the girls? I mean, what's going on? I mean, what do you guys got going on?
Oh my God.
Well, let us know. Come on now.
Free time. Yeah, YouTube videos a lot.
Okay.
I like to play games and just kind of relax. Not really that interesting with me.
Okay. Okay, Colin.
I like to fish.
Okay.
Hunt sometimes too. I like getting outside.
Okay.
I like playing video games though too. So.
Okay. All right. Nehemiah?
Compared to these two guys right here, I'm not really much of a gamer anymore. That was my pastime.
Okay.
But I'm usually, gaining food, like eating a lot of food, of course. Also working out, got to keep my fit body for this next season.
Okay.
But, I always like hanging out with family, helping them get better, being a good wrestler is also just helping your family become just as good as you. So it's always great to help them.
Okay. All right, good stuff. Brett, you had something. Okay, here we go. Another one.
Yeah, let's go Facebook again. Brad Crook is checking in. Are you guys ready to suit up this summer for a dual tournament? Because he will be putting you guys to the test.
Oh. Okay. Any of you guys can answer that one. So.
Hey, I'm ready to go. Whatever.
Hey, anytime,
Let's
any
go. I'll put the
place.
singlet on anytime.
Anytime, any place, and if there's also food, I'll also like that.
There you go. You already know it's Culver's order.
Oh, yeah.
So good stuff. Good. Did you have something else?
Back to
we have a
Erica.
question over here, Brett. Let's
do
get
that. Okay, go ahead.
We
Yeah.
got.
This one's kind of special because.
Say it nice and loud.
So, Colin and Peyton, you guys come through our Casper's Phantoms and now those are going up to Ghosts. How does that feel to see the little guys coming up through that too?
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you guys were involved in the youth you guys were in the youth program. Now you're on the other end looking at the young kids coming up. What's that like, Colin?
Yeah. Tell them to stick with it. Keep going. It's good in the end.
Okay. All right.
I mean, it's great to see. It's great to see the place you once were, and then the younger generation coming up as well. They're eventually going to be in the same position as we're going to be in. It's great to see.
Yeah. Okay. Great question, by the way. And Brett, you said you had something else?
Yeah, Erica, for Nehemiah, you mentioned your dad and grandpa were great wrestlers in different states. Can you tell us more?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. So my grandpa, he was a great wrestler for California. And my father was a Minnesota and Illinois state placer.
Okay.
But my grandpa's more into boxing. He was really good at boxing. He was a big guy, so that's where I probably got my bigness and eating all the food from.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna blame it all on him. But he was really big in the boxing, wrestling world, and unfortunately, he was wrestling for LSU was canceled when he went there, so he wasn't able to wrestle in college.
Oh, okay.
But my father, he was a great wrestler during Minnesota and Illinois, but then he had to go into football for NDSU for the rest of his time.
Okay. All right, good. Sounds like you really had no choice but to get into wrestling, it seems. In many ways.
Yeah.
It's in the blood.
Oh,
right?
yeah, it's fun, though.
Okay. All right. Good stuff. Brett, you didn't have anything else, did you? Well, I wanted to, okay, look, because your guys are 4-time state champ, there's a little bit of pressure. Nothing that you guys haven't battled before. Can you tell me about that? Because the program is such at a high level that the young guys coming through, you see what you need to do to get, to win the state titles. You have the older guys showing you what needs to get done. Do you feel, is there any added pressure in that way? We'll start with Nehemiah and then work our way back. Is there any added pressure, do you think, in that respect, that you kind of got to keep the bar really high?
Well, since we already have the bar so high, it's just a matter of if we can all stick together as a team, work together through the summer, and just grind out. And mainly it's just teamwork through all of it, because, you know, you can't fight a battle alone. And taking all the pressure off, your team will also help you grind, keep that bar up. And these seniors, they kept a good job at just keeping the bar high, showing us the way to do it, really.
Okay. Peyton?
Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be pressure there. There's never going to be a moment where I can say there is no pressure. But how you handle the pressure is what's going to lead to your success or downfall there. And I believe the way we're handling it is what's carrying us to that higher bar that we're raising.
Okay. Colin, anything to add?
Yeah. You know, there's definitely pressure. Gotta go out and get 2 more. You know, keep it going, keep the bar up high. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right. That's it. Oh, we got Liam, man. Can you come? Liam, you might have to come sit right next to me and take over the show. What do you got?
How was your time at individual state, and how does that affect your mindset going into this off season preparing for the next high school season?
Yeah, your thoughts on how you guys all performed at individual state and
where did you place at state?
Yeah, go ahead. We can start here with Colin and work our way back.
Yeah, I fell a little short of my goal. I was hoping to maybe get on the podium this year, but I ended up with the DNP and went 0-2. But you know, I'll come back next year with a little fire.
Okay, Peyton.
I got 4th place, and long time coming on my part. I wanted to get it last year, fell short. 3rd place at sectionals, lost in the true second match, and ever since I've wanted that back. And now that I have it, now I want more.
Okay.
I want to go for that top.
All right.
Well, so my experience to state this year, being a first timer, I took 6th at 285. It was a great experience, even though I made it through the first day, the second day, and eventually losing both times that 3rd day. It just shows how much grind I still got to put in, and how much effort got to get still shown on the mat.
Okay.
So through this off season, it's just time to, you know, focus on those things you did bad and just really just work on those.
Okay, great stuff here. We're gonna be wrapping it up though soon, so if you have any questions, you got to ask them now. Brett, did we have?
Yeah,
anything?
let's do Brad Crook. He says in all caps, food is included in that summer duel tournament, so keep that in mind. But he
Very
also
good to know.
He also wants to know.
I'm already gonna be there, man. Don't worry.
He also wants to know who plans on wrestling in college.
Okay, great question. Yeah, who's the next step? Is that something that's been on your mind? We can start here with Peyton on that one.
I've been if I'm being honest, I'm very mixed on it. I don't know what I want to do there yet.
Okay.
I've always thought about it. It's always been something in mind, but it's never been 100% like I want to go or I don't want to go. It's always been just like, is this something I really want to do yet? And
Right.
I can say I'm inconclusive right now.
Okay, how about for you, Colin?
Probably the same thing with me. I'm not sure. I'm leaning towards going out into the trades or something after high school.
Gotcha.
But,
Okay.
You know, I'll keep my mind open.
Okay, and how about for you, Nehemiah?
For me, I do plan on wrestling in college. Don't know where yet, but you know, I'm still looking into getting into you know, marketing, trade, or just somewhere in the engineering world.
Gotcha.
So wherever that takes me is wherever I'll wrestle.
Okay. All right, great stuff, Brett. You had one more.
Yeah,
Here
let's
we
do
go.
one more. Paul Stumpf, we'll close it with this. Besides your own, who had the best walkout song?
Now, Liam's pointing to himself, but Nehemiah, what do you think?
You know, I'm not going to be self-centered and say it was my song, but I will admit that Liam did show that his song was good, and he proved it on the mat, you know. He showed off, you know.
Well, what song is it?
Hotel Room Service.
Okay.
By Pitbull.
Okay.
So, you know, the way he wrestles just proves that song, so it's actually a great walkout song just for him.
Okay. Do we have a consensus on that? I don't know. From Peyton and Colin, or you guys have your own? You want to nominate your own?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember like any of them.
Okay. Okay, Colin.
I'm in the same boat as him. I don't know anybody except mine.
Okay, so by default it is Liam's. So I think we'll go with that. I have a question. A little bit. Great wrestling program. Obviously, there are. Is there a girls aspect to girls wrestling? Is that coming? Is there interest there? Do you know?
So far, no.
Okay.
Not.
So far, no news.
No updates, I guess. I'm just asking because it's a little bit of a fledgling thing going on right now, and they have obviously their state tournament going on the same as you guys, but I didn't know if Kaukauna was maybe having something like that join in as well. Brett, you don't have anything else? Guys, it's time for our shout-outs. Now, the guys before had their shout-outs earlier in the year. This is where you kind of send some love out to people who got you where you are today. All right, and I always start farthest to my right, so that's going to be you, Nehemiah. So there's the camera above your peoples there. I want you to look at that and send some love out to people who got you where you are today. Go ahead.
Well, so first, I got to say my father. I'm not going to say his actual name, but my father, he brought me to every tournament, and he supported me, funded me through all the hard times. You know, might not did the greatest at some tournaments, might have did, but you know, in the end, he did show me the way and show me how I gotta act during the wrestling mat, off the wrestling mat, talking, just everything really. So a lot of props go to my father and just my family in general.
Okay. Go ahead, Peyton.
I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, because I mean, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here right now. So, and big shout out to my brothers. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be in the position that I am right now. So, I'd like to thank them as well.
Okay. Colin?
I'd like to thank my parents, my coaches, and the people that whoop on me at practice.
Okay. All right. Great stuff again. So thank you again for all the Kaukauna wrestlers that we had on the show. We had Lucas Peters, Liam Crook, Nick Jenkins, and then Colin DeGroot, Peyton Lee, and Nehemiah Lenderby.
Yes.
Say that right. There we go. All right. So, yeah, go ahead. Give them a round of applause. They did great. They did great. Colin, it's over. You can chill, man. It's over. So I want to thank everyone. Brett, I'm going to say this might be our final show of the winter, depending on, people need to take vacations, i.e. me. So just let you know
what if the
that.
Neenah
So
boys basketball team wins it all?
We'll see. Neenah boys basketball is playing at state. If they happen to win, maybe we will. But I'm heading to Florida next week, guys. So I just want to get out of here. But anyway, but I want to thank you guys all for joining us on the big show. Thank you. And they get nothing. Todd Clark, WIAA. I know he's watching right now, thinking that we give you guys prizes or anything like that. Just give them some candy a little bit, and that's it. They're still amateurs. We can't give you guys anything, guys. Sorry. So WIAA, they watch our show and make sure that we're not giving you guys like money or anything like that. So sorry, guys, you're doing this, and I thank you for it. So until in a couple of weeks, we'll be in the spring, right, Brett? Varsity Roundtable. Best place to find out who's going to be on the Varsity Roundtable. There's a couple different ways. Facebook.com/Varsity Roundtable. You can also we have a TikTok. You can check us out on TikTok. That's at Varsity Roundtable. So please check us out, and you'll find out who's going to be next on the show. So until next time, everyone, thank you to Kaukauna. Rosie, can you get it on the kids one more time, everyone? So go ahead, give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you, Kaukauna. Congratulations. I'm just telling you right now, I can't wait to have you guys on again next year. We're celebrating a 5th state championship. Okay, so Colin, you want to do this all over again?
Oh yeah.
Okay, all right, just double checking with you on that one. So thank you again, gentlemen. Best of luck in the future, and we'll see you back here again next Wednesday. I should say 2 Wednesdays from now for another edition of the Varsity Roundtable. Keep smiling.